This is your wake-up call.
Wake the fuck up. The Breakfast Club, the show you love to hate. From the East to the West Coast.
DJ Envy.
Angela Yee.
Charlamagne the God.
The realest show on the planet.
This is why I respect this show, because this is a voice to society.
Changing the game.
You guys are the coveted morning show, but y'all earn that.
Impacting the culture.
They wake up in the morning and they want to hear that Breakfast Club.
The world's most dangerous morning show. Good morning, USA.
It's Friday.
Yes, Angela is in building today. What the hell is going on? Why?
Well,
is everything okay?
Thank God you're here with a gift for me.
I walked in today. Angela was like, "Yes." I said, "Oh, excited to see me?" She said, "No, the box in your hand, that's for me." Wow. Great.
I can't get my headphones to work.
Maybe you should get some real headphones that work.
Well, maybe you should give me the ones that you're wearing that are mine.
It's COVID. I can't share anything with you right now. I'm sorry. But yes, it's Friday. The weekend is here. Hopefully you had a great day yesterday over here on the East Coast. The weather was beautiful. Hit 70, I think 2 degrees yesterday. My wife decided, she says, "I always see you ride the bike. I want to go riding with you." I said, "Sure." So, we went riding. I took her on a scenic tour. She was like, "I don't want to see scenic. I want to ride." I said, "Okay." So we went up those Jersey hills. I turned around one time. She was walking the bike up the hill. She was cursing.
Because your wife is more fit than you are.
Yeah, but sometimes riding a bike doesn't mean that you're actually fit in shape.
You said it.
Right. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of people that are overweight that I ride with or that I see riding on 9W.
Aren't those your friends?
Nah, some of the people, I don't know a lot of people, because when you ride your bike, you ride with people that you necessarily don't know. You have the same ride, the same goals. And these dudes be blowing it past me. Like crazy. Maybe a bad choice of words. But
you do this on purpose.
They be, I don't want to say riding. They be moving, all right? They be moving past me, and they be overweight. Like, they'll have some weight on them, but their leg power is absolutely positively strong. So yesterday she almost passed out, so I don't know what time she's going to get up today. Cause last night she fell asleep like a baby. I was getting nothing. She was knocked out, but it's all good. But we rode together, so that was pretty dope. Now, Angela is showing me some jacket that she made me purchase for her.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. I haven't been really shopping at all during this pandemic, so they sent me a picture of this little windbreaker, and I was like, you know what? I think I got to treat myself just a little bit. I've been dealing with all kinds of investments right now. I haven't really bought myself anything. I talked myself into it. And I have one friend. You know how we all have that one friend that loves to shop. So I sent it to her, and she was like, "Do they have another one?"
So that's what made you buy it?
Yeah, it kind of encouraged me. She's the type of person, if I go shopping with her, I know I'm going to spend way more than I intended, because she ends up buying a bunch of stuff, and then I feel like, damn, I kind of want to shop too. And she's like, "Just get it. It's so nice. Just get it. You're not going to be able to find it again, and you're going to regret it." And so she enables me. So
Yee calls me and says it's an emergency.
Yeah,
I'm on a call. I get off the call because I think something happened. I said, "What's going on? Everything all right? Everything all right with the juice bar?" She goes, "Yeah, there's a jacket that just came in. I need you to get for me and ship it to your house." I said, "That's the emergency?" She said, "Yes, that's very important." Great.
There's no tax in Jersey. Thanks,
Great.
Envy.
Thanks. Great. All right, well, let's get the show cracking.
Woo!
The Wall Street Trapper will be joining us this morning. Shout out to the Earn Your Leisure family. He'll be joining us. He's all about investing. He got locked up and learned how to invest in jail and
in the stock market.
In the stock market, yes, and he does pretty well, and he tries to encourage people to jump into the stock market. So we're gonna be kicking it with him this morning.
I love that, because I've been doing a lot more in the stock market. I've been using this app called Public, and it's like helps you invest in stocks, but you don't have to invest and buy full stocks. You know how some stocks will be like $1,000 or $500. You can actually invest like $25 or whatever amount you want to, so you can buy like partial stocks, and then they actually educate you on the different stocks, and there's different people. It's like a Twitter feed. So everybody just talks about stocks on this app.
All right. Well, we'll get to that next. Front page news. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, come get it. Now that boy off and I don't want no credit.
All right. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne.
Here we are.
Breakfast Club. Good morning.
On this fine Friday.
Nice of you to join us, Charlamagne.
Well, nobody told y'all to be on time on a Friday. Who's on time on a Friday?
All right, well, let's get some front page news. Where we starting, Yee?
Well, yesterday, as the show was ending, I was talking about this shooting that took place in South Carolina.
Horrible.
And now there is more information of what happened. So basically what happened was Philip Adams, he's an ex-NFL player. He was the person that was suspected in the South Carolina shooting. They're saying that he struggled through injuries during his career. He played for 6 seasons in the NFL with the 49ers, the Patriots, the Seahawks, the Raiders, the Jets, and the Falcons. And his father, Alonzo Adams, he identified himself as Philip Adams' father, said that, I think the football messed him up.
Oh, absolutely. Had to be some type of CTE.
Yes. So we were talking about what happened with this killing. It was all family members and one person that was working at the house, 5 people in total that were killed in South Carolina on Wednesday. And then Philip Adams actually died by suicide. They said it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Why that house? Did he have a relationship
They're
with that
trying to figure that
or?
out. They don't know yet. They're trying to say that it's very puzzling. But the people that were killed, Robert Leslie was the founder and medical director of Riverview House Calls and Riverview Hospice. And according to the company's website, he got his medical degree from the Medical University of South Carolina. He and his wife had 4 adult children and 8 grandchildren. So as you can imagine, this is really tough for their family, and we do want to send our condolences again.
Yeah, prayers up for my South Carolina kinfolk. I also wonder, how intense are these studies around CTE? You know what I mean? Like, is real money being spent and real research being done on CTE?
I actually think so, because they've been doing a lot to try to improve in football.
I've seen a lot of
and
documentaries. They've been talking about
a little
it
differently, even with the helmets. So, in some, they have the cushions on top of the helmets.
Mm-hmm.
They don't allow you to tackle until 1 week before. They try to do things for it. I don't know how, if it's working or not, but they definitely try.
Because you just don't hear about it that much. You know what I mean? And even when something like this happens, that's not something that really comes up. I haven't heard that in the conversation yet.
Right.
Yeah, the only reason I hear about it so much is because I got kids that play football, and it's totally different than when Logan was young playing football. Now when Jackson's young playing football, it's totally different. So many rules and regulations.
All right, and then another shooting that happened.
Goodness gracious.
And this was yesterday afternoon. A gunman killed 1 person and wounded at least 5 others, 4 of them critically. This was at a cabinet manufacturer in Bryan, Texas. They believe the gunman is an employee of that company, Kentmore Cabinets. He fled before police arrived, but later was taken into custody. His name is Larry Ballin. And according to the release, he's 27 years old. He was taken into custody, and he has been charged with murder. So it's not known how long the suspect had been working at the company or what the motive was for the shooting. He used a handgun, and they believe that he acted alone. Can you imagine? What is going on? While all this is happening, Joe Biden, by the way, is going to do executive orders that are actually going to work on gun control. And here's what he had to say yesterday.
Gun violence in this country is an epidemic, and it's an international embarrassment. We should also ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines in this country. For that 10 years we had it done, the number of mass shootings actually went down. And we should also eliminate gun manufacturers from the immunity they receive from the Congress. The only industry in America, $1 billion industry, that can't be sued are gun manufacturers.
It's crazy that he has to do an executive order. There should have been some strict gun legislation a long time ago. America's on repeat when it comes to its problems, and America's on repeat when it comes to its so-called solutions. We know what the problems are. We see these mass shootings all the time, and then we hear the same old rhetoric from politicians all the time. We're on repeat.
Right, and he is very limited on what he can do with his executive orders when it comes to gun control actions. But we'll talk more about that later. This is your front page news.
Yeah, I just think it's certain protocols for certain things, right? To be a police officer, you got to follow for a certain protocol. But to buy a gun, you just got to be 21. That don't make sense.
No training?
No training, no nothing. 21, you can purchase a handgun.
Cops could use more training too.
That is crazy.
Police officers could use a lot more training too.
You don't even need a permit to carry a handgun in Tennessee.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Man, what's going on? That's Nick from Michigan, man.
Nick, what's up? Get it off your chest.
All right, I got 3 things. One, Charlamagne, you ain't never seen Selena?
No, I've never seen Selena.
I never seen it either.
Bro, this
Classic.
In Michigan, in 04, the only way you could get a Hispanic female was to know Selena, La Bamba, or Suavemente?
I saw La Bamba and I know Suavemente. Let me ask you a question though. What do you think blew J-Lo up? What made J-Lo? Selena or her music?
In Living Color.
Well, I mean, of course, in Living Color, that was first. But I'm talking about like what took her to that huge level, Selena or her music?
I think it was Selena.
Thank you.
I didn't know J-Lo other than In Living Color until Selena came out, and I went to a Hispanic school. So everybody was walking around, Selena, everything. And if you didn't know the movie, bro, nobody was talking.
Yeah, but J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez was not bigger than Selena.
He went to a Spanish school, so that's what he
Y'all
did.
keep
Like,
moving the goalposts.
No, I'm not. Selena's based
He
off
just
a
gave his
real
opinion.
character. People were excited that Selena got a movie. She didn't even get her name J-Lo till her music came out. And guess who gave her her name, Jamos? Guess who gave her her name? A black man.
Who cares about J-Lo and Jennifer Lopez? Give me a break.
Oh, please.
Hello?
You've called her J-Lo way more than Jennifer Lopez.
Hello?
Shut up, man.
Hello?
Yeah, what up, man? Get it off your chest.
Yeah, man, my name's Willie. I'm from Alabama, and I just wanted to get it off my chest that, right now during the pandemic, it's a lot of businesses thriving right now, especially truck driving. So if you ain't in college or, if you ain't really got a lot of stuff going on or your job went down, truck driving, me and my dad, we started a trucking business, and, business been booming ever since. I got real estate and everything going on.
Congratulations, King.
Off my chest. And I got one more thing, Charlamagne and DJ Envy.
Yes.
Angela Yee.
Yes.
I'm getting married next year also too, man. So, I got a beautiful wife. Her name Makija. And like I said, I hope that she's listening and everything just goes great, man. And, God's will, man.
I'm praying for you, King. Mm-hmm. I send nothing but love and light to you and your future wife.
Thank you, man.
All right, brother.
Get a prayer for me, Charlamagne.
I definitely will, brother.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Mr. Dingo coming to you live and direct. What's up?
What's up,
Dingo,
King?
What up, man? Get it off your chest.
Hey. Well, just want to get it off my chest, guys. First off, what's up? How y'all feeling? And I'm happy. I'm black. I'm blessed.
Highly favored.
Highly favored, yes, sir. That too. But I just want to get off my chest, man. DJ MB, I am going to be a vendor at your amazing car show this July, and I want everybody to know about it, and y'all go see me there. Mr. Dingo and Dingo0925 Clothing will be in the building at DJ MB.
Can you verify this?
In July.
What does
Envy,
Mr. Dingo sell?
My assistant would have to verify it, but if he spoke to
It's
Mercedes.
verified. Hey, it's verified.
What is Mr. Dingo, though?
We're Dingo. The clothing brand is Dingo0925. We're a streetwear clothing brand out of
Dingo.
Chicago.
That sounds like gray sweatpants that come with the print already in them. That's a great name.
I got you, dog.
No, I want to
don't
design those. I want to design those gray sweatpants for men that come with the print already in it. That would be a great name for it. Dingo.
And it's gonna say Dingo right down the middle. I got you.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness. All right.
And
well,
the back it can
thank
say,
you
is
for
that all
attending
you?
the car show, man, and being a vendor. You're going to be in front of 5,000 people as of right now. As soon as Georgia opens up, it'll probably be 10,000. And I appreciate you, man. The car show, July 3rd. Limited tickets are available if you want to see what your favorite celebrities drive. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a big family fun day. Go ahead, man. Shout it out. You did already, but shout it out.
Hey, y'all. That's right. So if you guys catch me this July at DJ Emmy's Car Show, and y'all make sure y'all follow Dingo0925 at Instagram. It's DINGO.
DINGO. DINGO. And Dingo was his name, yo.
All right. But yeah, shout out to everybody that got their tickets for the car show. We're going to have some fun, man. The whole family's going. Bring your family, bring your kids. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Hello, who's this?
Suavemente.
What's going on, baby? What's up, Emmy?
What up?
Why you call me baby, man?
You know why he called you baby. Stop acting like you.
Because you
got that pink on this morning. That's why you look cute. Little cute self.
Yeah, good morning, y'all.
You can be my fish.
Can he talk?
He's got flirting with
me. On your entry to the Hall of Fame. Also want to
thank you, sir,
for holding me down for the past 10 years. You guys were my taste of home in Japan and England before I retired, so I appreciate you.
Oh, wow.
That's what
love, King.
Japan and England.
Rocky when I was driving on the flight line, putting planes in the air.
Okay,
also,
that's exciting.
Yeah, Envy, thanks for putting up a bookshelf and Dreams for Life and allowing folks like me to put our book on them. All you cats out there Time you visit 277 Malcolm X Boulevard.
Wait, what book is your book that's on the bookshelf?
Classified Encounters. I sent it up there a couple of times.
Okay.
And then also, Charlamagne, I'm on my put the weed in the bag-ish right now, trying to promote my new venture and push products for some other veterans out there. So let me.
That's what I'm talking about, my brother. And for everybody out there, he's not talking about weed. He's talking about a chapter in my first book, Black Privilege, where I tell you about the process of life. You can't skip the process. So the process is putting the weed in the bag before you hit them streets to go get money. So salute to that king.
Well, Marlo, thank you for checking in this morning, brother.
Real quick. Let me push that site for you real quick.
Okay.
So it's MDMHIGHSTANUARD.com, MDMHighstandards.com, MDM High Standards on IG. Got some fly stuff for you on there. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And yeah, shout to Juices for Life. That's Yee and I and Styles P and a host of others. Juice Store in Brooklyn. It's 277 Malcolm X Boulevard in Brooklyn. You could always join and get your fresh juice, get your sea moss, whatever you need to be healthy. And Angela Yee came up with an idea to put up a bookshelf where, you know, people.
I wanted a little library.
Yeah, a little library where you can read a book and then bring a book, and people can continue to decipher the circle of continue to read. So that was a great idea. A lot of people love that. They can pick up a book, read it, bring it back, and then another person picks it up. So well, hopefully people start actually bringing the books back when they take them. Really nice. But I do refresh the bookshelf all the time. I was actually just there 2 days ago. I always put new books on the bookshelf. We got a ton of books up here that we could.
Yeah, most of the books there are actually the books Envy didn't take home. I'm like, okay, cool. It's for the juice bar.
There you go. All right. Well, we got rumors on the way.
Yes, and you know, we are going to give you an update on what's happening with DMX. It's not looking like good news, but we will keep you updated.
Do we have a real update and not one of these everybody want to be first to report things?
Which I don't understand why.
I have no idea, bro. We live in a very weird era. It's a nasty ass microwavable era, bro.
Well, we'll give you first-hand information from DMX's manager.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee. Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
All right. Well, there's been a lot of things floating around about DMX. I saw a lot of people posting their condolences and rest in peace. But DMX's manager, Steve Rifkin, actually has updated information about what's happening. Here's what he said.
Please stop with posting with these rumors. DMX is still alive. Yes, he is on life support. But please, it's not helping anybody by seeing these false rumors. Let the family relax for a night. You will be hearing a statement from the family sometime tomorrow.
I really don't understand people's desire or need to rush to say that DMX has passed away. Like, what's the point? Like, does social media give out some perks that I don't know about if you're the first with this kind of news?
It makes no sense.
Okay.
It makes no sense. I never understand. Why do you have to be first? Like, let the family say what happens, and then we go from there. We don't know.
And by the way, it's not about being right either. It's about having the coof, as we just said, to let the family say something first. Do you understand people like X have real loved ones who want to know what's going on if they don't know already and they don't want to get that news from social media?
No, I think X has what? 15 kids?
15 kids, 15, 16 kids.
He has children. Like, yeah, you don't want, no, let his family do that first, and then we can go after. Like, but come on,
and
man.
this proves
but you can always post your love and support.
Yes.
For DMX, but yes, just chill out till the family releases a statement.
And this proves black people can be culture vultures too. We get mad at white media for exploiting our pain, but y'all doing the same thing by rushing to be first to report DMX is dead when he's not.
And then what the posted yesterday was so disrespectful.
Oh, that was silly.
That was a couple of days ago, yeah. And actually, when I first saw that article, I was like, that's real tacky. Like, to talk about that, they said the woman who wrote the article is getting death threats now, and somebody posted her home address and everything.
It's not even that it's just tacky. What is the point of reporting on houses that that DMX foreclosed on or whatever? Why at a time like this? What does that have to do with this story?
It make no sense.
All right, Master P in the meantime spoke to TMZ, and he says that he feels DMX's overdose could have been prevented. Here's what he said.
I just hate that we have to wait till something happened to one of us before everybody really start saying how much they care and they love you. I mean, we got to figure out how to prevent that. Imagine all the stuff that we could have prevent for DMX to help him. And I feel like hip hop needs some type of union. The NBA have it. What happened when a guy fall off? You know, after he done sold millions and millions of records, even a female, what happened? We need that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with P for the most part, but I still think there's a false narrative going around that people haven't been trying to get DMX help for years. Like, that really has to offend somebody like Swiss, but not just Swiss. Earl Simmons has real people around him, real family who love him,
yeah, a bunch of people around him that love him,
and who don't and haven't enabled him. Addiction is a real war, and I call it a war because you may win some battles throughout your life, but you might ultimately lose the war. So I just don't know why people have this false narrative that people haven't been trying to assist DMX for years.
Yeah, it's really hard to force somebody unless they want to get the help, and it's not easy.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make anybody do anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Prince's estate is going to release a lost 2010 album called Welcome to America, and that's going to be coming out in July. Y'all know I'm a big Prince fan. He's my favorite artist of all time. So it's a never-before-heard album of unreleased music. It's going to be 12 tracks that were recorded in 2010, and it's coming out July 30th.
Seems like a money grab.
It's his estate that's putting it out.
If Prince
and I
want to
hear
he would have put that music out. Like, Prince was a private person. Like, all the stuff that they're doing for Prince, I don't think he would have wanted that. And people say it all the time. His friends around him say it all the time, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
People are saying that. But
I didn't know Prince. Those people know Prince way better than me.
I couldn't tell you if he would not want it to come out. But Prince made so much music that I'm sure that he has, and he wrote so much music for other artists. He had different names that he was writing music under. There's so many things that people didn't even know Prince wrote. So I'm sure he has like a plethora of songs that never came out that could still come out.
He wrote a lot for J-Lo too, from what I was told.
Stop it.
Man, shut up.
What?
Don't listen to him. All right, and PNB Rock is not happy that he signed a deal. He posted to Atlantic Records on Instagram, "I want a buyout of this BS-ass deal y'all got me in. Y'all been making millions off me for years. Haven't gave me $1 million yet." So, he's been having some issues, I guess, with the label and wants to get up. He said, "I want a buyout," and he said the worst thing he did was sign this deal.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. And Envy, is still a chance for you to get on Bridgerton. Reggae Jean Page. There's more information about why
they've been calling me.
He turned down Bridgerton season 2. Now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, he was offered a lucrative deal to return for season 2. He turned it down because he's got a lot of things happening. Apparently, he's been filming many projects as of late. He'll be in the Gray Man from the Russell Brothers and Paramount's Dungeons and Dragons. He's booked and busy, okay? Then they offered him to come and star in just 3 to 5 episodes, like guest star, and they were going to give him $50,000 per episode.
That's a smack in the face.
He still turned that down.
That's the biggest show on Netflix history, and you give the star only $50,000 an episode?
Yeah, you know what? No. But that was just because he turned down initially returning to the show,
okay.
And then they said, "We'll give you $50,000 to just do 3 to 5 episodes. We'll give you $50,000 per episode to just guest come in and be on."
Well, I don't know who's out there listening who does that show, but $50,000, I could do that.
I believe her name is Shonda Rhimes.
Bro, $50,000 episodes is a lot of money, by the way.
I could take that.
Especially if he's not even he's just, what'd you say, he's just showing up every now and then?
Well, no, yeah, they offered him that when he turned down coming back for season 2.
Oh, gotcha.
And then they said, you can just do 3 to 5 episodes and we'll pay you per episode. But
so that means he was getting paid less for season 1 then?
I don't know what they got, but season 1, I would assume, it is the most watched stream show on Netflix
they
now.
They should have given him a bag.
Right.
But you don't know that when you do the show.
Yeah, but you don't know how it's going to do.
That's why.
But now you know.
You get more the second season.
Not $50,000 an episode. I think it should be way more than that. He's the star of the show. You know what I mean?
$50,000 is a lot of money for starring in a show, bro.
I don't think, not for him, not for the biggest show on
Netflix. How many episodes is it?
Let's say it's
13?
They said 3. Oh yeah. I don't know how much he got paid last season.
So do the math. What's 13 times 50,000?
But they're saying for this, just to do 3 to 5 episodes, they would pay him $50,000.
Yeah. Okay. That's $250,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's the most watched show on Netflix, and Netflix has been known to pay a lot of money, and he is the star. You don't think he should get more than that?
All right, guys.
50,000 is
we got to keep it moving.
Pretty good.
That's your rumor report.
I don't think for him. Anyway. But I would take the $50,000.
We know.
Put it out there.
You just said it's not a lot for him,
not
but
for
him,
you, he's the star. But
then you would be the star.
I mean,
but you got to value
people
yourself.
People got to start watching it.
You got to value yourself more.
If they watch it, then I am. But if nobody watches it and the ratings go down, then
you just said that's not enough for him. But if you start in it, you would take it.
Yep.
All right.
Front page news next. What we talk about?
Well, imagine if, in order for you to return to college, you had to get a COVID-19 vaccine. That is what's the reality right now.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Want to sleep great? Let Mattress Firm sleep experts match you to your perfect mattress. I found mine. Visit mattressfirm.com or a mattress firm near you to find your perfect mattress. Brought to you by Mattress Firm. Rest assured, we'll find the right bed for you.
All right. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee. Charlotte, what you looking like that, Charlamagne?
I'm looking at this Bridgerton thing, just looking at this, counting this guy.
Have you watched Bridgerton?
No.
You need to.
No, I just care about the business of it.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing.
It's
just
a good show. Really, really good show.
Costumes, the setting, everything.
He was asked to be on 5 episodes for $50,000 each. He's just guest starring. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's get in some front page news. Where are we starting, Yee?
Well, a growing number of colleges and universities are requiring that students get the COVID-19 vaccine in order to be welcomed back to campus. So far, at least 8 colleges have said the vaccine will be required, and they do expect that number will grow.
Can they do that? Can they make
students
take the vaccine to go to class? Because
the colleges.
Didn't they used to do that when you had to go to school when you were younger? Didn't you have to get certain?
Yeah, there were certain shots that you had to do.
Yeah, isn't that the same thing?
But let's be honest, the vaccine hasn't really been proven,
That's
right?
the thing.
We don't know the side effects. It's only been less than a year.
Nigga,
right?
you done got 2 of them and you saying that?
I'm an adult. I don't want I won't let my
These
daughter
people are
take
adults too. This is college.
No, most college students are 17, 18, 19, 20.
Man, they can go up to 22, right?
Yeah.
So 21, if you can buy alcohol, you're an adult.
Yeah, but
So-
it's 17-year-olds going to college, and I don't know if I want my 17-year-old child or my 18-year-old teen to take this yet. I did it because I'm moving and grooving, and I'm out and about.
You're making no sense right now. You have to show and prove through actions
I'm
and
a
deeds.
grown-ass man.
Exactly. So I'm watching your actions. You've been on this radio saying how you've gotten the vaccine.
I have.
These young impressionable kids are like, well, Envy got it, I'm going to go get it too.
I'm a grown-ass
so
man.
now
That's
you
why I
can't
got it.
You're a grown-ass
backtrack.
man begging
I'm a
to be on
grown-ass
Bridgerton.
You are begging to be on Bridgerton,
Actually,
bro.
they're calling me now, so
No,
we'll
they
see
not.
what happens. Yes,
Shut. What's the number?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I heard they calling you to be. They calling you to be on Black Ink Crew, the new season of that. That I definitely heard.
I passed on that one.
I don't know why. You coming here with black ink on your face every day, you might as well get paid for it.
I passed on that one.
Actually, not a bad idea. You know how they do microblading for your eyebrows? They could do that for your beard with the microblading, how they like fill it out and it's like a tattoo.
Man,
a
ain't
permanent
nobody got
tattoo.
time to be staining their blade up on that ink.
All right, now let's talk about the Derek Chauvin trial because, you know, every day we're giving you updates of what happened. And yesterday, Dr. Martin Tobin, who is a physician in pulmonary and critical care medicine, testified. He is the expert. And he talked about what happened when George Floyd was on the ground and how he actually died from a low level of oxygen.
Mr. Floyd died from a low level of oxygen. The main forces that are going to lead to the shallow breath are going to be that he's turned prone on the street, that he has the handcuffs in place combined with the street, and then that he has a knee on his neck, and then that he has a knee on his back and on his side. All of these 4 forces are ultimately going to result in the low tidal volume, which gives you the shallow breaths.
Oh, Lord.
Now, Derek Chauvin, for his defense, they were trying to claim that it could have been from the drugs that were in George Floyd's system that could have caused it. But Dr. Tobin actually rebutted with this.
If fentanyl is having an effect and is causing depression of the respiratory centers, the centers that control breathing, that's going to result in a decrease in the respiratory rate. And it's shown that with fentanyl you expect a 40% reduction in the respiratory rate. So with fentanyl his respiratory rate should be down at around 10. Instead of that it's right in the middle at normal. So basically it tells you there isn't fentanyl on board.
Hey, man, whatever it takes to get George Floyd justice, I'm all for it. But I'm so sick of y'all white people taking the stand, using these big words to describe what we all saw. Yes, Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd. Choked him out. We saw it. Stop playing with our emotions. Stop gaslighting us and let justice be served. Jesus.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, now when we come back, we have the Wall Street Trapper joining us.
Tell him who the Wall Street Trapper is, man. I like this guy.
He's a young man from, I believe, New Orleans.
You might have heard him on 85 South Show. You might have heard him on Earn Your Leisure podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he got locked up for doing things that we shouldn't be doing as a kid. But when he was in jail, he learned about stocks from somebody in jail, and he became this guy that invests and makes a lot of good money doing it. But he encourages people to get into the stock industry.
Not just people, black people.
Black people to get in the stock industry and the stock game and to learn stocks. And he's going to be here next, and we're going to talk to him. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
That's right.
The Wall Street Trapper. What up, brother?
What's good, family? How everybody doing?
Blessed, black, and highly favored,
That's
man.
a fact.
Now, for people who don't know who the Wall Street Trapper is,
you might have heard him on the Earn Your Leisure podcast.
Earn Your Leisure podcast.
Shout out to my
I think
brothers.
I missed you. I missed you that week, right?
Yeah. I go back home a lot, so I went back to New Orleans to be with my daughter when you came.
Yeah, I missed you that week.
Definitely talk to Matt about talking to you about that, though. Definitely.
Yeah, so
let's been on 85 South Show.
Shout out to Carlos and the crew, man.
That's right.
I appreciate those guys.
DC,
man.
Chico, Chad, what's happening?
Yeah. For
so
real.
let's break down why you the Wall Street Trapper.
Well, man, first and foremost, let me say this, man. Charlamagne, I want to tell you, man, I appreciate you, brother. You the first black man I ever heard talk about mental health. And just coming from where I'm from in New Orleans, man, you know, I saw my moms get shot when I was 9. I wound up going to prison at 16 for shooting a man. And just being in the hood, coming up in the streets, man, you never know how trauma affects you. So I really got a therapist now, man.
Wow.
So I want to tell you, man, I appreciate you for that.
Love, King.
For real, I appreciate you for that. Just the Wall Street Trapper, man. Grew up in New Orleans, man. Saw my moms get shot, went to prison, all that stuff. My story ain't no different to many other people, but just in prison, I got introduced to stocks. White guy told me this. I had just had a fight with 2 of my so-called friends, man. And he had a look of frustration on his face, right? And he was just like, man, y'all playing the wrong game. And in my mind, I'm like, how are we playing the wrong game? You in here with me?
Word.
But he told me some profound stuff, man. He said, I had a red band on. So in New Orleans, a red band means attempt murder, armed robbery, carjacking, violent offense. And he had a red and white band on, which means he was going to the feds. And he was like, I can almost promise you you're in here for something less than $100,000. And I was like, for sure. And he was like, well, I embezzled $2.8 million from my company, pay restitution to $800,000. I still kept $2 million. I'm only doing 18 months. He was like, how much time you have? I was 16 at the time. I had 10 years. He was like, now you understand. I was like, man, you lying, man. You ain't got that much money. One thing about being in prison, you always have your paperwork with you. So he showed me his paperwork. I see it in black and white. He's showing me the places he's been to, and I'm like, yo, I need to play that game. Like, what is that? And he was just like, listen, one of the first things you got to stop doing is like, stop trading your time for money. Start learning to make your money work for you. And then he tells me wealthy people invest in stocks, they start a business, and then they buy real estate. You do those 3 things, your life will change. So the rest of my 10 years, I dedicated myself to like, yo, I just got to learn how to play it. Started dedicating myself to reading, and I was like, damn, like this different. I see a bunch of white men making a whole lot of money. Like, why have I never been taught this? Like, why we never taught this? And just coming back home from prison, Mike Tyson said it best, man. Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face. Right? So I got back home. I got this idea. I see it. But how do I get money? Like, I get back in the streets. That's what I know how to do. My grams went to the feds. My mom like, this is what I know how to do. This is my environment. No matter what I know, I got to get money. So I get back in the streets, man, and just in that whole process, I'm like, all right, cool, this is what it is. In my mind, I'm going to just use my hustle money to invest in the stock market. Like, this, how I'm thinking it's going to work. Kind of didn't go that way. I catch another charge. The narcs kicked my doing, 10 pounds of weed, $10,000. I was facing another 35 years. That cost me $60,000. So everything that I had worked for in the streets, I had done lost it again. So, man, just God came to me one day and he was like, man, you playing the wrong game. Like, and it just, I had an epiphany. So I was like, all right, cool. So I still didn't get it though, because I got back in the streets, but this time I couldn't hustle. So I started robbing, hustlers. Like, that's the next best thing for me in my mind. Like, the streets is what I know how to do. And then all right, let me do something then. So I just started reading it again. I always was a smart dude. So I'm like, all right, let me just try it then. So I started really getting into it. Like, all right, yo, this makes sense. Like, damn, I see why they don't teach us this. This powerful. Like, 70% of everything that we use and consume with our money is on the stock market. And I started teaching my homies, and I was like, all right, how do I make it realistic to them? How do I make them tap into it? Right? So I can't talk to everybody, but I can talk to street dudes. Like, I can talk to them. So I'm like, yo, check this out. If you go do a bid, which is going to happen, what do you come home to? Like, you got to get back in the streets. You got to get it out the mud again. So if you had money invested for you, when you come home, you got money. You don't got to ask nobody for no handout. Like, so let's start thinking bigger picture now. what happens if you get killed in the street? Because most of us either go to jail or we get killed. What do you leave your kids? Like, let's start making it make sense. So the goal for me was to never tell you get out the streets. It was to start saying, yo, let's start thinking about our family now. Like, let's start thinking about something bigger than us. And nobody never came to us like that. So that was my whole avenue. And so the Wall Street Trapper was me just saying, let me turn the trapper word into something positive instead of always being about dope, instead of always being about hustling. And I knew my voice for who I was talking to. I never wanted to talk to nobody else.
Wow, so you didn't go to school or nothing. You just read material?
I just read.
What were some of the books you read?
So I'm gonna lie, the first thing I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Great read.
And the reason why was because it wasn't actually an investment book, it was a mindset shift. So one of the things that have to happen to us in the street is we gotta start looking at money different. Right? So a lot of times with me, what happened with me was I stopped looking at money as something I needed, and I started saying, yo, what I really want is the time. And then ultimately I had the freedom that I want. Right? So I was like, I need to do that. So I just started learning how to analyze businesses. Right? So Wall Street is this big old machine that prints money every day, all day. I just got to know how to operate the machine. If I learn how to operate the machine, I got a job forever. And the job is just to produce freedom for myself. And then let my daughter now start inheriting freedom. So my daughter, 5 years old now, she got 6 figures invested. I've been investing since she was 1. Like, let's normalize that.
Word.
You know
I think it's great, especially for your daughter, that you started a bank account. They've done studies that show that when kids have a bank account at an early age, they tend to be way better with money later on in life.
Nah, that's a fact. Like, so for me, my daughter doesn't even have a bank account. She got what's called a custodial account, but that's smart, Yee. Here's why. You put your money in a bank, the bank then takes your money. So let's look at it like this. You put $1,000 in the bank. The bank, once you open that bank account, the bank can say, yo, we legally can take 90% of that money and do what we want to do with it, fractional reserve banking, right? And you don't know, you like, all right, cool, but they've taught us, yo, let's just sit, the bank is the safest place to put your money. They've taught us that. Right. So the bank gonna say, okay, Trap, let me take that 1,000. Charlamagne needs 1,000. Charlamagne, we can give you $900 at this, I call it your adult report card, so your credit score, whatever that is. We'll give you that based on this. You pay me interest on that. He takes that 900. He does what he does. He go pay it to you, Envy. You take the 900, you put it in the bank. The bank now take that same 900. They take 800, lend it to somebody else, right? So they're gonna make a whole lot of money off that. If they can't,
10% off Charlamagne's interest, and they only
10%
give you 0.1% on mine.
I was about to say that off yours, but then they can also say, yo, you know what? Since nobody don't want to take this money, we don't got nobody to give it to. Let's go put it in the stock market, right? So now we asked out, and they're gonna give you 50 cents at the end of the year, right? So how do we leverage it? All right, cool. Let me now say, I'm gonna put my own money in the stock market, right? And I'm gonna own the same bank. I'm gonna own Chase Bank, right? I'm gonna get Chase Bank to pay me dividends. I'm gonna get those dividends to buy me more stock in Chase Bank, right? So now I've not only got the bank to pay me, I've also got ownership in the bank. I've turned the bank into my own trap house.
All right, we got more with the Wall Street Trapper. When we come back, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with the Wall Street Trapper. How much time does it take you to master the stock market? How often are you on it? Are you on it all day long? Are you trading all day?
So there's different components in how you play the game, right? And so one of the things I tell people is like, Wall Street looks like us now, right? Like it don't look like the image we had before, right? We added in all, whether you trading, Forex. So my portfolio is 80% buy and hold. And I think everybody should start there, right? And why you should start there is because
what buy and hold is. A lot of people don't know what that means.
Yeah, so buy and hold is simply finding a great business, owning it, and just holding it.
Long distance,
right?
Long term.
Long term. Long distance, long term.
Yeah, long term. So what happens is, like Nipsey said it best, and I just use it in everything. Like, it's a marathon. Like, so we looking at the 40-yard dash. How can I get rich fast? Not understanding that we didn't get into this situation overnight.
So a long term would be like explain like an Apple.
So you buy Apple. So
we're not saying to buy any of these. We're just telling you what a long term would be.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a financial advisor. Yo.
Right.
So one of the things I say is look for 3 things in a business. It doesn't take long to understand a business, right? Look for 3 things. You want a business who you can see being around for the next 10 years. Longevity, right? You want a business that is producing cash flow, right? And then you also want a business that has a competitive edge. So let's break that down. What is a competitive edge? What does the business has over its competitors that says it can't go out of business, right? So one of the things that I love is a business that has lifetime customers. a business like Apple, right? So Apple has what's called this. It has two types of moats. It's a switching moat and a branding moat. Switching moat says that because I have this iPhone, what's the possibilities of me going to an Android? Slim to none. Why? Because everything I does probably is connected to the Apple cloud. So my phone is on it, my computer is on it, my laptop, everything I have. So for now, for me to go to another phone, I got to take all of that off of there to go somewhere else. The chances of me doing that is slim to none.
Correct.
Right? Switching moat. Another thing is like a branding moat, right? So what is a branding moat? When you think about a name, this name sticks out. You think about this. When people think about a shirt with a collar, what do they call it? A polo, right? Branding moat. When a company name now becomes synonymous with an object, right? So it's not hard to get in it. The thing is getting you in and then just start understanding, yo, what does a good company look like? So I have these 5 rules I go by, and I call them rules, RULES. The R stands for reason. What is the reason that I'm at this company for? How did I get here? The U, do I understand it? Like, do I understand how this business actually makes money? Right? That's important. E is expansion. Can I see the business expanding without selling off assets?
At McDonald's, right?
You gonna say real estate?
20 years ago, I would think McDonald's was a great business, right? But now with everything turning healthy, with people not necessarily wanting to go out as much, McDonald's don't really deliver. You got to go through Uber Eats. Your fries come cold. It's not as desirable. Is that still a long-term investment?
So now you look at it as this way. Again, I'm not telling nobody to invest in McDonald's.
I'm not saying nobody out there.
Yeah. So now you look at it like this. Okay, who's the number one fast food business in the world?
McDonald's, probably.
Number one, right? People still love the brand. Right, the world is opening back up. You can go to any McDonald's right now. They got a line wrapped around it. You're not going nowhere. So what they did was they made, how do we speed this up? Cool. You can go to McDonald's now. They will have the kiosk inside of them. So now you don't even got to go to the register. You can order it right here. Right, they're taking a page out of the Chick-fil-A model. Right, so it still can be a great. And then also, one of the things that you'll see about McDonald's, they put their restaurants in prime locations.
That's right. Right. I mean, I always told that their main business is real estate.
It is like prime location. Also, let's dig a little deeper with McDonald's. So again, like these people brilliant. So there's a study that showed that red is something, a color that makes you hungry. So if you look at most of your food chains, most of them are red. They got something red inside of the sign. Psychologically, that engages you to like, damn, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? So they smart just in branding. Just start learning what you consume, yo. Right. Like before you even get into that whole before you try to be Warren Buffett, be DJ Envy, be Charlamagne, be Trap. Like what you consume every day. Like
Envy should be investing in Beijing. Right? No, seriously, because he's like serious.
I don't use Beijing. I don't know.
Just for men. Just for men has taken off during the pandemic.
I'm being honest though.
It's true.
I don't know what you're talking about, Beijing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Facts.
You know what's been helpful for me too, like I was saying earlier, like all these apps, right? Because I've been using this app Public that I've been using to invest in the stock market, and you don't have to invest like a full price of the stocks. You can invest whatever amount of money that you have, but it's also like a Twitter feed that's on there. So there's all these different people that are only having conversations about different stocks and and they're not telling you what to do, but they're talking about what they did and why they did it. And then I go off the app and I'm like, okay, let me do my own research. And so that's helped me. And like you said, things that I use, like I invested in the Real because I know that secondhand luxury item market isn't going anywhere. I saw there was a new CEO at the company. So I look at different things like that. But how do you decide when is the best time to buy? Because the market fluctuates so much. When are you like, this is a great time to get in?
So one of the things I love to do is, and this is where the patience comes in at, right? So one of the things I tell people is like, you got to understand the value of something before, you got to understand the value of the asset before you buy it, right? Like if you went and bought a car, if you bought the car at the sticker price, then you probably getting messed over, right? If you bought a house at the market price, you probably getting messed over,
retail,
right? You don't want to do that. So one of the things I help people what I help people learn is how to actually find the value of what this asset is worth, right? Like I'm into this game. So think about this. So for Black Friday, people run to Walmart and all these places because they feel like these liabilities are on sale, right? Well, when the stock market goes on sale, people want to take their money out. That's the perfect time to put money in, right? Because in the streets, you make more money in a drought. And so I keep the same mentality when I'm investing. So to answer your question, my love, is like I wait till the market go on sale. Like
last year?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real. On March 23rd, I went crazy. Last year, I was dumping everything I had in there. You know what I'm saying? And
I did April. My financial advisor, he was like, wait. He was like, all right, now.
Because he want to see the bottom.
That's
he want
right.
to see when it's going to bottom.
That's
Like,
right.
for me, I love that. Like, I teach all my people that, like, while it's running up, what we need to be doing is researching businesses. We need to be researching them. We need to be finding out what they work. Because what happens is, it's like expansion, right? You can only expand so much before it has to contract. Right? You can only blow up so much before it has to come back. But when it comes back, that's when we unload. That's when we triple our net worth, yo. It's a game. So, one of the things people always say is, why don't they teach us this in school? Right? So, just let's think about this, right? Wealthy people don't make wealthy people rich. They give wealthy people ideas so that poor people can make them rich. So they can make us better consumers. Right? So they can put something in our face to make us, right? So the lion is at the top of the food chain game. The lion will never tell the zebra, the giraffe, or the water buffalo how to get away. If he did, how would he eat? Right? Financial predators, financial prey. You got to now transition to being a financial predator.
You know, I know some people are going to hear the term financial predator and feel like, oh, that sounds so negative. But truth be told, you only got two options.
That's it.
You're either predator or prey.
You're going to eat or be ate.
That's it.
All right, we got more with the Wall Street Trapper. When we come back, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with the Wall Street Trapper. Charlamagne?
Mr. Trapper, what was the first amount of money you invested into the stock market, and what stock was it?
It's $10,000. I invested it in Ford. Probably the worst investment I made in the beginning because I was just going off of everybody got a Mustang. This before I learned the fundamentals, and I realized that it was a bad company.
I did that too. I brought you involved too.
Yeah, I thought it was a bad company.
What'd you get me in?
Under Armour.
No, I wanted to do Under Armour because in my head it was Steph Curry was endorsing it, and I was like, everything Steph Curry's attached to, I felt comfortable about at that time. But,
It did good. It did good for a month.
It could still come back.
It did good for a couple months, and then.
So I own a company called Lululemon.
Now, when you say you own a company, you invest in a company, you call yourself ownership. Or
No, I'm an owner.
Oh, you own it?
So I'm glad you said that. When you buy stock in the business, you are part owner.
That's right.
At that point, like no BS.
Well, I own Disney then.
Yes, you are. Like I teach my daughter that.
Yes.
No, I teach my daughter that. I was like, Stank, you own 250 shares of Disney. She was like, Daddy, I own Mickey Mouse. I said, you damn right. Like. You get voting rights. Like they send you emails like, yo, this is what it's called in a proxy statement. Yo, this is what we're doing. This is where we lost money at. This is how we plan on making money. Oh, and by the way, we declaring a 50-cent dividend that's to you. As an owner of stock, you are now entitled to a portion of the profit that business makes. What makes you better is the more ownership you have, the more say-so you have.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? As with anything. So I instead of Under Armour, like I bought Lululemon because I felt it was a better business.
Bought Lululemon, I did.
But
that worked out. That worked out for you.
But even so, like you do real estate, Envy. Like what people don't know is like you can get into real estate in the stock market, right? Through it's called Real Estate Investment Trust, REITs, right? So just think about this: Walmart, Amazon, they're not in the McDonald's, they're not in the real estate business, so say, but they can go to somebody and say, yo, I need a warehouse made 1,000 square by 1,000 square feet. The people gonna come to them and say, okay, cool, we'll build it for you, but you have to sign a lease with us, triple net lease, right? And that's just simply saying, I'll provide the building, you pay all the bills.
50-year lease.
Right? So now, as an investor, I can say, I own the company where Amazon pays rent to. I own the company that Walmart pays rent to. 7-Eleven, I own a company called O Realty, right? They pay dividends every month. They own 7-Eleven, Walgreens, Planet Fitness, Home Depot. So I own the people they pay rent to. So essentially, you can still get into real estate that way.
Yep.
I want you to give some tips on the people who just starting, like they're watching this interview, they don't have 10 grand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They got a couple thousand, right?
Right.
They want to get
check.
into stock. There you go. What tips would you give that person?
So the first thing I would tell them to do is get what's called, like, again, I'm not a financial advisor, y'all. Like, don't hold me to this. But the safest way to get in the game is by getting a ETF, right? Exchange traded fund. And so it moves like a stock, but it gives you a collection of stocks all at one time, right? So let's say you wanted to get it, you like bank stocks. You can get a XLF ETF, and now you own Chase Bank, Citibank, Bank of America. You own them all at once. It's a safe play, right? ETFDB.com, and it'll have a bunch of ETFs on there. It'll break them down for you. You can't be scared to read. Like, you can't be scared to read. Like, I'm gonna just be real. Like, that's how you leverage the game, by reading. It's gonna mitigate the risk, and what I mean by that, it's gonna take some of the risk off. Let's say I wanted to own Apple, but I'm not willing to take the risk. I might wake up in the morning, Apple down 8%. I might be like, yo, I'm about to sell. Right? Well, you may own Apple. With this ETF, you'll own Apple, Amazon, Netflix. You'll own 10 companies. So if one company is down, the other 8 is finding a balance in it. If all 8 of them down, it still wouldn't be down as much as the one company would, because you found balance. So that's a great way to get in the game. And I want people to understand this too. Just because a stock goes down in price doesn't mean you lose money. You only lose money when you sell it when it's down, because you've locked the price, you've locked that loss in, right? So the stock goes down. If you bought more, you've now bought the price in which you bought it at, you've bought it down. So if you bought it at $200 and the stock goes down to $150, if you buy more of it at $150, you've now bring it down to about $165. And so now you can make profit at $165 instead of waiting for it to get back to $200, right? So that would be the first thing I would do, is say, yo, just start with some ETFs or some index funds, the S&P 500.
S&P 500. Right.
Yeah, so you can buy the VOO or the SPY. Great index funds. You own 500 businesses. You can't lose with that. On average, it gives you 8%. Listen, the most important financial decision you'll ever make is how much of your paycheck you're going to get to work for you.
What do you think you would be if you didn't go to jail?
I tell people that's the most important part of my life. I would never take that 10 years back. Like, I did it. You can't. Time is our most important asset. But for me, that elevated who I am as a man, who I am as a father, to another level. Without prison, there is no Wall Street trap. 100%.
I asked that question because, like I always say, prisons aren't real correctional facilities.
Hell no.
But if there was actual teachers there, instead of the guy that you was, that was there doing the bid with you, somebody that could actually plant seeds in you and say, yo, Trapper, won't you come do this stock exchange thing for real? Like, go to classes while you're here. You could come out a better human.
But we need people like you that.
I'm really trying to get back in prisons right now. Like, that's something, like, I'm heavy. I was talking to my guy, Andre Norman. I'm like, yo, I need to get back in the trap for real. Like, I am my brother's keepers in a way. Because once I had the knowledge and I don't teach it to him, then I'm at fault, not him.
Each one teach one.
You feel me? So I started holding myself accountable for teaching my brother stuff. And so I had to relearn a whole bunch of stuff, like my actions, my ways, my demeanor, me seeing another black man, not looking at him like I got something against him, but looking at him like, what's good, King? How you doing? Like, how can, like, let me diffuse it early. That dialogue, it changed. So now you're receptive to what I got to say.
That's why I love your story, because it literally just shows all you got to do is pour into brothers and sisters, man. Like, just because you grew up in a certain environment, we not set in our ways. We just don't know any other ways.
Learn behavior.
That's it.
It's learned behavior.
But the beauty of it is everybody's doing what they genuinely love doing. Like, when I talk about mental health, it's because I go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? I got a sacred purpose coach. I'm into mindfulness. That's what I do. I'm just sharing my story.
Yeah. Like, yo, that opened me up so much, man. Like, I suffer with survivor's remorse, heavy. Like, just saying, like, I made it out. Like, I'll be like, damn, like, I be feeling bad sometimes. Like,
especially when you go back home.
Yeah, like, when I go home, I'll be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because my homies see me, and it's crazy because, like, some of them, I got to deal with them from a distance, and it's out of respect for what I'm doing and what they doing. And there ain't no love lost. And in my mind, I'm always like, how do I get them? How do I get them? Like, and I suffer with it. But therapy helped me, because one of the things therapists told me was, you don't have to fear being successful. You meant to be successful. You don't got to fear going back to the streets.
Wall Street Trapper, man, we appreciate you joining us, brother, man.
Man, I want to just tell my bro, man, Mo Duncan, man, I appreciate him too, man, for just plugging those things up. You know, I'm always about, again, relationships, man, you know, and so I just appreciate that. Gotta shout him out. And just y'all, man, for having me, for sure, man.
Thank you for joining us, brother.
Thank y'all, brother.
Sir.
Thank y'all,
Give me
man.
information, Instagram.
Oh, for sure, man. Wall Street Trapper on Instagram is Wall_Street_Trapper. And on YouTube, it's just Wall Street Trapping, man. Check me out. I drop a lot of information every day, all day on Instagram and YouTube. So just holler at me, man. Let's get it. Let's trap. Big trap.
All right. Well, it's the Breakfast Club. It's Wall Street Trapper.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Dramos young ass just said to me that Dave Chappelle was the Nutty Professor.
No, I did not say that.
That's exactly what he said.
You are such a damn
This guy,
liar, bro.
Why would you say that?
I didn't say that.
All comedians don't look alike, bro.
Exactly.
All black comedians
We were
don't
talking
look alike.
about Donnell Rollins, getting destroyed by, I think his name was Al Mean on stage. And they were saying it was like when Dave Chappelle character roasted Professor Crump. No, it was Clump.
Clump.
And Dramos goes, Professor Clump was Dave Chappelle.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
All right. Well, let's get to rumors. Let's talk Diddy.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, Diddy wrote an open letter to corporate America. I just knew this wasn't going to end well. And in the letter, he basically talks about ad money distribution. You okay? And it's called If You Love Us, Pay Us, a letter from Sean Combs to corporate America. He said, no longer can corporate America manipulate our culture into believing incremental progress is acceptable action. He quoted Desmond Tutu, if you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. He said the same feet these companies use to stand with us in solidarity are the same feet they use to stand on our necks. When confronted by the leaders of several black-owned media companies, General Motors listed my network, Revolt, as an example of the black-owned media it supports. While Revolt does receive advertising revenue from GM, our relationship is not an example of success. Instead, Revolt, just like other black-owned media companies, fight for crumbs, while GM makes billions of dollars every year from the black community. Exposing GM's historical refusal to fairly invest in black-owned media is not an assassination of character. It's exposing the way GM and many other advertisers have always treated us.
Yeah, salute to Diddy. He's right in regards to corporate America and advertisers needing to spend money with black media. But a lot of people would say Diddy needs to practice what he preaches.
Why do you say that?
Diddy's heart is in the right place, but a lot of times when you make these stands, you have to make sure you are doing what you are asking other folks to do. Yes, white corporations need to pay us, but black corporations need to pay us.
Well, Jesse Boo posted, Diddy, it starts with us. I was recently approached to host a show for Revolt, and it came without pay. We cannot keep knocking white folks for their disrespect towards minority creators while doing the same thing to each other. I encourage you to be the change that we need.
Yes.
Let me ask a question.
That is a narrative.
But is Revolt making a lot of money to be able to pay those people? The difference is you have a company like, let's say, GM that's making billions of dollars. Revolt is not, and Diddy has been clear with me, even with some of the shows that he wanted me to do, that look, we just don't have it right now. When we get to that point, then I can.
But
pay
that's
out.
my
But right
point.
now, we just don't have it.
If you're not making that money, you got to say that. You can't bring these creators in and just ask these creators to barter because they looking at you as Diddy, the $900 million man. But that $900 million comes from a lot of other things
businesses.
that's
Correct.
not Revolt.
Correct.
If I'm trying to get you on Revolt and Revolt ain't got no money, you got to say that then. Because if not, I'm looking at you like you just another person who's not trying to pay me the same way these white people not trying to pay me what I'm worth.
Yeah, because the first housing show before any other network approached me was Diddy. He reached out to me. It was like, I love what you're doing with the community, teaching people how to do real estate. I want to do the show. And I was like, I bet, let's do it. I was like, what we got as a budget? Diddy was like, well...
And by the way, he's done that with quite a few creators.
Correct.
But once again, it's because you're looking at Diddy as the $900 million man, but he's making that money off a lot of other things and not Revolt. Correct. Revolt ain't got no damn money. But you got to let these creators know that, because if not, they're going to be looking at you the same way we look at these white corporations. Pay us, period.
All right. Now, Nike and Mischief have reached a settlement in the Satan Shoes trademark lawsuit.
Lord have mercy.
Mischief has agreed to a voluntary recall of the shoes, as well as its previously released Jesus shoes, to end the lawsuit. So that's the settlement.
They didn't want no smoke.
Yes, that they've gotten.
Not with Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where did Satan get you? You know what I'm saying? That would have never happened with Jesus.
They did Jesus too. They stopped the Jesus too, right?
No.
Did they stop the Jesus ones?
No.
Well, they said they agreed to settle the lawsuit after realizing they already achieved its artistic purpose.
Oh, they got their attention.
The shoes were individually numbered, works of art that will continue to represent the ideals of equality and inclusion. With these Satan shoes, which sold out in less than a minute, Mischief intended to comment on the absurdity of the collaboration culture practiced by some brands and about the perniciousness of intolerance. All right, well, that is your rumor reports.
All right, thank you, Miss She. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, I need what's the young lady's name?
Whoa.
Excuse me.
That's
Her name is
disgusting. That was
I
nasty,
said,
man.
excuse me.
And I held that in, or did it off the mic?
You act like I can control it.
You can.
You know you're about to burp before you burp.
No. I've always focused more on my farts. Like I don't fart in my clothes.
Focus more on your butt.
I feel like
Than
those
your
would
mouth.
slip out more
No,
than
they
a,
don't.
than a
'Cause-
burp
no, 'cause
for
I don't-
you.
no.
I get it.
I don't fart in my
He
clothes.
focuses on his butt, not
That's
his
right.
mouth. Go ahead.
That's very
continue
true.
on.
My focus. It is. That's right. My focus is on the butt, not the mouth.
Selfish.
Okay.
Selfish. It's freaky brother.
Yes. Everybody grow up. Okay. We need Sarah Painter from the New York Post to come to the front of the congregation, but not just her, because she's not the only vulture out here. Okay. All you people that were out there posting RIP DMX yesterday, y'all need to come to the front of the congregation too. We'd like to have a word with you.
All right, we'll get to that next. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Angela here, and the General Insurance has been helping people save money for nearly 60 years. They offer the quality coverage you deserve at prices you can afford. Make the right call and go with the General. Call 800-GENERAL or visit thegeneral.com. Some restrictions apply.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkeys of the Day, ask Charlamagne. I'm a Democrat, so being Donkey of the Day is a little bit of a mixed blessing.
So like a donkey. Hee-haw.
Okay. Donkey of the Day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Donkey of the Day for Friday, April 9th goes to Sarah Painter. I think I'm pronouncing her last name right, of the New York Post, and all you folks in a rush to be first to say RIP DMX. Who is Sarah Painter, first of all? She's the woman who this week wrote an article in the New York Post titled DMX and the Houses He's Lost During His Rap Career. That article was just as pointless as all you people rushing to post RIP DMX yesterday and don't even know if the man is really dead or not, okay? I want to unpack some things today. As my therapist would say, let's discuss the term vulture first and foremost. What is that term? Not culture vulture. We say that, we say a culture vulture is someone who adopts something from a different community and makes it their own. I don't think that's what's happening in this situation with DMX. I just see a bunch of vultures, period. And in order to fully understand that term vulture, you have to know what a vulture is. A vulture is a scavenger that specializes in feeding off the carcasses of dead animals. We've all heard about or seen vultures circling at some point in our lives, and there are a couple of reasons you see, vultures circling. They are either waiting for one of their own to sniff out some food, or they're waiting for a larger, perhaps dangerous predator or scavenger on the ground to finish snacking on what it's snacking on. Moral of the story is they feast off the carcasses of the dead. Now, if I describe a person as a vulture, which I'm doing right now in this Donkey of the Day with Sarah Painter, as well as all you folks on social media in a rush to say RIP about DMX and don't even know what the hell is going on. When I call you a vulture, I'm calling you that because you're a person who is trying to gain something from another person's troubles. I disapprove of you trying to gain something from another person's troubles, and that's what's happening to the good brother Earl Simmons right now. If you have not heard, DMX is not dead. He's still on life support. This is what DMX's manager Steve Rifkin said last night.
Please stop with posting with these rumors. DMX is still alive. Yes, he is on life support, but please, it's not helping anybody by seeing these false rumors. Let the family relax for a night. You will be hearing a statement from the family sometime tomorrow.
I really, truly don't understand people's desire or need to rush to post these things. What's the point? I'm really wondering if social media gives out some perks that I don't know about if you're first with this kind of news. And I know we say I would rather be right than first. No, I don't even care to be right in this situation or first, okay? In fact, if the news is DMX is dead, I want to be wrong. Right. I don't want that to be true. Okay, but the way y'all rush to post it, it's like y'all want that to be true. In this case, it's not about being right or first. It's about having the coof to let the family grieve, mourn, and release this news on their own time. Do you understand Earl Simmons is a real human? A father, a son, a friend, an uncle, cousin. He has real family, real loved ones who I'm sure are calling and checking every hour on the hour, getting updates. These people want to know what's going on if they don't already. And they don't want to get that news from social media, from a bunch of people who care more about themselves than they do DMX or his family. Now, Sarah Painter, she posted the story about DMX and the houses he's lost during his rap career. Sarah, I would love to know why you felt the need to do this story right now. Okay, you say in the article that DMX was complicated. Yes, all of us are. All humans are complicated. And you say he had an unstable life, and you talk about his debt and him undergoing multiple foreclosures and forced sales and investment losses in his real estate portfolio. And then you go on the list all his real estate history and call it a tragedy. No, Sarah, the tragedy is this article. Because it serves no point or purpose at a time like this. Why, when this man is in the hospital on life support, did you feel the need to discuss his foreclosures? I'm really sitting here trying to understand why vultures do what they do, but we know why. Because vultures have to eat. This isn't even a black or white thing. It's just a vulture thing. If you got mad at Sarah this week in the New York Post for exploiting DMX's current condition, but you rushed to social media yesterday to say RIP and talk about, X's organs failing, you are no better than Sarah in the New York Post. Now, I understand some of y'all just following the pack and didn't know any better. I mean, hell, if you saw all these people posting RIP, you just assume it's true. But you can make an ass out of yourself by assuming, right? But somebody had to start this RIPX thing. I don't know who started it, but I know whoever did needs to be ashamed of themselves, and all of you vultures, in the words of the good brother NORE, need to relax. Okay, you're literally circling around DMX's body, waiting to feast off his pain, waiting to eat off his trauma. Y'all can't wait. You're chomping at the bit. You got your think pieces ready to fly about his troubles, his trauma. You got your pictures with him ready to post if he passes. You can't wait to say RIP first, even if it's not true. Because even if it's not true, you win. Because you get what you want, which is attention. You get retweets, you get likes, you get reposts on different IG pages like Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked. People like Sarah, their stories go viral, okay? And I just have to sit back and ask, when did we get here? Was it always like this and social media just magnified it? I don't know. But I also don't think we can return to normal. There is no putting the toothpaste back in the YouTube, people. And sadly, we live in an era where people respect their own algorithms instead of someone else's life. Nothing should be happening in the media right now in regards to DMX except prayer. That's it. Candlelight vigils, positivity, love and light, healing energy. That's the only thing we should be sending DMX right now. That's the only thing we should be sending DMX's family right now. The only thing we should be doing right now is praying for X the way he would pray for us. Matter of fact, bow your heads. Bow your heads and let Deacon Earl lead us in a prayer.
Father God, we thank you for this gathering of souls. See that when two or more gather in your name, that you are present, so we thank you for your presence. We ask that your grace and blessings are upon us this day. We pray that any obstacle the devil plans to place in our path be removed in the name of Jesus. We pray that you have your will, have your way in our lives, Father, for we didn't make us, so we couldn't possibly know what to do with us. We thank you for the things that most people take for granted, Father. The air we have to breathe, the food we have to eat, the clothes we have to wear, the cars we have to drive, the money we spend, the lives we touch, and the lives that have touched our own. We ask that we're able to be a blessing to others as well as ourselves. We ask to be reminded of the power in the spoken word, Father, because we can defeat the enemy with the spoken word. All we have to do is remember to say it, remember to use it. The word says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. The word doesn't say that the weapon won't be formed. The word doesn't say that the intention of the weapon maker won't be to harm you. The word doesn't say that they won't attempt to use it. The word says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So no matter what they think, no matter what they make, no matter what they try, by the power of the word, we are covered. We humble ourselves before you. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
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 Words are powerful. Watch how you use them. And to all you fools from Sarah Painter, the folks who are in a rush to post bad news about DMX, I have one thing to say to you. Seek respect, not attention. Please let Remy Ma give all these individuals the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
I honestly didn't understand that story. I honestly, it didn't make any sense.
I don't get it.
Why? Like, why? Like, what did you think? Wake up and was like, hey, this is a good idea. It just, all right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
So where do we go from here, guys? What do we want to do? We were throwing up a lot of things against the wall, seeing what was sticking.
All right, well, let's do it.
It is Friday.
It's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday!
Now, our board op Dramos actually came up with this topic.
I was going to say, I don't know what y'all talking about today.
Let's give them some context. You know, I was talking during the last break and I accidentally burped. Envy and Angelique got mad at me. I said, excuse me. I am able to control what comes out of my butt more than my mouth because I don't fart in my clothes. So that's just something I've been really practicing for years. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's like butt kegels or whatever you would call them, but I'm really good at that.
All the time that you had a loose booty.
And so Envy said that I'm focused on my butt and not my mouth.
Correct.
This is the
Matter of
topic.
fact, just play
What
it.
is
Just
going
play
on?
it.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
That's
Her name is
disgusting.
nasty,
I said,
man.
excuse me.
And I held that in, or did it off the mic?
You act like I could control it.
You can.
You know you're about to burp before you burp.
No. I've always focused more on my farts. Like I don't fart in my clothes.
Focus more on your butt.
I feel like those would slip out more than
they don't.
Than a burp for
I don't,
you.
No,
I
don't fart in my
He
clothes.
focuses on his butt, not
That's
his
right.
mouth. Go ahead.
That's very true. My focus. It is. That's right. My focus is on the butt, not the mouth.
Selfish.
Okay.
Selfish.
Now, in honor of Dramo's calling me selfish, because I'm focused on the butt, not the mouth. Envy came up with this topic.
Yeah, this is a really odd topic.
Envy, tell them what you said.
No, so the topic is, it's Friday. It's Freaky Freaky Friday. We're grown. What hole are you focusing on?
What hole do you focus on
this weekend?
Yeah. I think that's a great topic.
All right.
Let's go.
800-585-1051. We want to know, what hole are you focusing on this weekend?
That's right.
Hey, it's Freaky 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 Friday! It's the Breakfast Club.
It's Freaky Friday, goddamn. The Breakfast Club.
DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky 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 Friday!
Now, this topic just came out organically.
Whoa, okay. I don't have nothing to do with that.
We were just talking. Charlamagne burped on air.
Play the clip. Excuse me. Her name is I said, excuse me.
And I held that in, or did it off the mic?
You act like I could control it.
You can.
You know you're about to burp before you burp.
No. I've always focused more on my farts. Like I don't fart in my clothes.
Focus more on your butt.
I feel like those would slip out more than
they don't.
Than a burp for you.
I don't fart in my
He
clothes.
focuses on his butt, not his mouth. Go ahead.
That's very true. My focus. It is. That's right. My focus is on the butt, not the mouth.
Selfish.
Okay.
Selfish.
In honor of Dramos, saying that it's selfish that I focus on my butt more than the mouth, Envy decided to come up with this question. Which hole do you focus on?
For the weekend, all right? It is Freaky Freaky Friday, all right? We're grown, we're sexy. We could focus on whatever hole we want. So let's start in the room. Can I say Angela Yee without going to human resources?
No. This was not my idea. So I don't even understand what this is. What hole are you focusing on?
Throw it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, throw it to him.
Dramos, what hole are you focusing on? We know what hole you focus on, Dramos.
What hole are you focusing on, Drum? Butt in the mouth?
I don't know how to answer this. I'm gonna let you lead the way. I don't want to give myself.
You lead the way. We'll follow behind you.
Yeah.
Why you sucking your thumb?
Well, just give us his answer.
Well, listen, I'm not a butt guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I'm not. That's not my thing. I've never even done that.
You never done that?
No, I've never done it to an individual and never had it done to me. Well, no, I mean, I have had the wife put fingers back there, but that's nothing. That's nothing. But that's not my thing. So I'm definitely about the mouth.
The mouth.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Myself, vagina. That hole.
That wasn't. That's not in the equation.
What do you mean that's not in the equation?
We're only discussing two holes here.
What?
We were discussing butt and mouth, guys.
I thought we just said what hole? All the holes.
No. I burped. The mouth.
Okay.
And I said I don't fart in my clothes.
All right.
So I do butt kegels to focus on my butt. So we're focused on two holes here, sir.
The mouth. Why are you looking at me like that?
Whoa. You sound like a cellmate. I'm going with the mouth.
Hello?
This is Tony out of Louisville.
Is what?
Tony out of Louisville.
Hey, Tony.
What's going on, man?
How are you, sir?
Brother? What hole are you focusing on this weekend, brother?
Trying to do bowling ball.
What the hell is that?
Ball.
He took his fingers in all the holes.
It's 3 holes. Bowling ball action.
We only talking about 2 though.
Can you do? You got to do. One got to go in the belly button, then, right?
I don't think it means
the belly button is not a hole, you fool.
I mean, but that's the
Some
closest you
people's
get.
are.
Mouth, vagina, and anus.
Oh, okay.
All
You
right.
got long fingers.
You got long.
Bowling ball action.
All right.
Double jointed.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, you know the vibes is mellow. What's the vibe, y'all?
Mellow, what's up, man?
Mellow.
The vibes is butt and
I
mouth
met Mellow's
mellow.
lady now. Let's be respectful.
Oh, full fact. Nah, we getting active this weekend. We ass.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Back to a hole. All right.
Is that what getting active means?
I guess that's active.
Okay, well, you know what?
We getting active. We getting ass. Like, it's fun for him.
Mello, you just made me rethink what I said earlier. I don't do butt stuff, but I definitely toss salads. So, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we know
with
he's
you.
the bunkie.
I'm with you.
Hello, who's this?
You prefer
The
syrup?
Asian lover Joe Barden from Denver, Colorado.
Hey, what's up, brother? What hole are you inquiring about this weekend?
Oh, Envy, I'm trying to inquire about any hole I could get into, handsome.
Okay, Envy, yes.
No. You out here looking all cute in your salmon, Envy.
Okay.
I told you they be on you. I told you
Why
the
would
kids
you
be
do
on
that?
you, Envy.
It slipped.
That
Let
is-
me tell you, now you're not
so
going to get that
whack for that.
Bridgerton role.
It slipped.
You
man.
so whack for that. Take the flip. Take the compliments the way any
I
way you can
know.
get
Take
them.
the compliment.
No, you didn't.
800-585-1051.
How you gonna be the Dookie?
Freaky
How you gonna be the
Friday.
Dookie on Bridgerton?
We're asking, what hole are you effing with this weekend? Call us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. And your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
We are the Breakfast Club. Our producer comes in. It's like there's a lot of guys on the phone lines that want their butts to be played with this weekend.
He said it's so professional. There's a couple of guys on the phone lines that want their butts played with this weekend.
Well, if you don't know, let's do it the right way. It's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday!
And this question came from this break right here. Play the break.
Excuse me.
That's
Her name is
That was nasty,
I said,
man.
excuse me.
And I held that in, or did it off the mic?
You act like I could control it.
You can.
You know
feel
you're
it
about
when
to
that air
burp
comes
before
out.
you burp.
No. I've always focused more on my farts. Like I don't fart in my clothes.
Focus more on your butt.
I feel like
Than
those
your
would
mouth.
slip out more
No,
than
they don't.
than a
'Cause-
burp for
I don't.
you.
No,
I get it.
I don't fart in my
He
clothes.
focuses on his butt, not
That's
his
right.
mouth. Go ahead.
That's very
continue
true.
on.
My focus. It is. That's right. My focus is on the butt, not the mouth.
Selfish.
Okay.
Selfish.
And we have to thank Dramos, you know what I'm saying? Because Dramos said I was selfish. He said I was selfish for focusing on the butt, not the mouth. So it made Envy, come up with this question. And, and the question is, what's the question, Envy?
The question is, what hole are you focusing on this weekend?
That's
All
right.
It's the weekend time, so let's go to line 4. Hello, who's this?
This the butthole bandit.
Oh my gosh.
Yes!
I guess.
Yes! Breakfast Club! Let's go!
Hey, that butthole bandit from the 757.
Let's go!
What is happening?
So we don't even got to ask you what hole you focusing on.
Hey, the butthole, baby.
All right. Thank you, bro. Have a good day. Hello, who's this?
That's who you hang up on.
Yeah, Shantae.
Hey, Shantae. What hole are you focusing on this weekend?
This is inappropriate.
The back door.
Oh!
Hey, now.
Wow, I like this. A lot of people that like to see the brown eye.
You might should try it.
Interesting.
And nothing wrong with it.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Every now and then.
When you say focus, don't be too graphic, but what do you mean by focus?
You gotta make sure everything clean down there.
But I mean, what do you want? What do you want done back there? You want
penetration or mouth?
There you go.
You guys, she's a
little bit of both, but penetration.
Okay. We see you.
I got everything laid out. I got the plug. I got the for the beginners. I got all this.
You got your plug ready? How big is your plug?
It's not that big.
Okay. How long you leave it in before you get going?
Goodness gracious, now he's all into it.
I'll say for like about 3 minutes. Go ahead and
that's
open
it? Okay.
Go ahead and give it a open it up.
Have you ever tried to plug on a guy?
No. I think I get choked out of quick.
Yeah, a lot of guys like to run off on the plug.
Thank you, Mama.
A lot
Enjoy
of plug
the
talk.
weekend. Hello, who's this?
Khalil.
Khalil, what's up, man? What hole are you focusing on this weekend, brother?
Man, I'm focused on the hole in my pocket, man. Make sure they'll never fall through again.
Oh, you broke.
Hey, man. Some wise young ladies from Miami.
That wasn't nice.
Hey, some wise young ladies from Miami told me one time, broke don't deserve no. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about none of the holes.
Why are y'all going in on this man for being honest?
For real, bro.
It's the city girls. JT and Young Miami said that.
Avino's your friend this weekend, brother.
All right, man. Got you, bro.
Hey, give me your Cash App, King. Boy, you sound depressed. No, I'm serious. What's your Cash App, bro? Give me your Cash App right now.
Hey, man, it's early in the morning, man. That's why I'm depressed.
Give me your Cash App.
Oh man, it's a vibe dealer.
Is what?
ISSA 5 dealer.
Man, what is he saying? ISSAVIBEDEALER.
Yes, sir.
He trying to throw you some change.
I'm trying to send you
action,
some
man.
money, but you acting like you don't want it.
He doesn't want it.
Well, you tried. Man. Thank you, brother. Let's go to the last caller. Hello, who's this?
It's Aubrey.
Hey, Aubrey. Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. How are you?
We're good, man. It's the weekend. Friday's here. We just asking, what hole are you focusing on this weekend?
I'm focusing on a booty hole this weekend.
It is so much booty hole. It's just the booty hole is the horror, as Mandy and Weezy say from Horrible Decisions.
That's what the weekend is for.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't know that's what the weekend was for.
I didn't know it was so many brown-eyed bandits out here. Now, when you say focus on it, what do you mean? You want penetration or you want salads tossed? What you want?
Both. How do you have one without the other?
Yo, this is a freaky world.
I feel you, Aubrey.
I love it. Thank you, Aubrey.
Thank
you
you,
have
Aubrey.
a good time and enjoy
Thank you.
yourself.
Have a good day.
All right.
She said, because I know I am.
So, Dramos, let's go back to you last time.
Dramos, now you finally, now that you have a village, you know it's a village of booty hole, brown-eyed bandits out there.
Yeah.
I'm one of them, to a certain extent.
Okay.
What do you think?
I mean, all this booty hole talk, I mean, I might have to call my girl and see, explore that.
Get a little butthole on your beard?
Explore that?
Yeah, explore the realm. A lot
right.
of people excited about it. I want to see all the fusses about it.
Well, listen, just make sure you let us know how it goes.
That's right. Hold your breath when she inserts so you be good.
Shut up, man.
Look.
See, I got sex around every time.
Envy knows.
Shut up.
And let me tell y'all something. For everybody out there listening, if you ever wonder why the Breakfast Club is number one, it's not because it is. Okay? All right?
Is there a moral to the story?
No.
Well, enjoy your weekend in whatever hole you decide to dive into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, and we are talking about Dr. Dre's alleged mistresses. Guess what? They will be testifying.
Wow. I wouldn't want to go down that dark hole, but all right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Peace.
Power 105.1 on The Breakfast Club.
Oh, hey, I lied during the Freaky Friday segment about the segment we just did about which mafia focused on. No, because you asked me what's the moral of the story, and I said there was none. That's a lie. I'm wearing it on my shirt. You see?
What's it say?
Zoom in.
Enter here.
No, it says Black Sexcellence, no kink shaming. Okay, do what you want. It's your body, your bedroom. Just be safe. Salute to my partners, Mandy and Weezy. Horrible Decisions podcast. It's their merch.
Look, that's dope. On the back, on the back of it says enter here.
No, it doesn't.
Now let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Dr. Dre.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So 3 of Dr. Dre's alleged mistresses have been ordered to testify in his divorce case. Now, the 3 women are Jillian Spear, Kelly Anderson, and Crystal Rogers, a.k.a. Crystal Sierra. They haven't wanted to do that, but Dr. Dre's estranged wife, Nicole, won a round in court when it was ruled that they can actually be deposed. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know if Dr. Dre really had mistresses because black men don't cheat, but I know one thing. Boy, there's no need to have a goddamn mistress in 2021. Our side chick are nothing, okay? Because they got platforms. All right. Why are they in court testifying about what?
Well, look, a lawyer for the women actually had filed a motion to try to quash these subpoenas and said that none of them has information relevant to the enforceability of the prenup.
Yeah.
But according to a ruling, they said each of them may have information relevant to the issue of temporary support and fees, as well as the validity and enforceability of the alleged premarital agreement. So their depositions may be taken and then narrowly tailored to those discrete subject matters.
Do they know it takes 2 to cheat? I don't know if Dr. Dre was cheating, but it does take 2 to cheat. Like, you're no better than the person you're cheating with, lady.
Not only that, I mean, if they go on the stand and be like, no, I did not cheat with Dr. Dre. We were friends. We just went out to eat and that's it.
If there's evidence.
I did not. What evidence?
I don't know. She might have some time.
There's no picture there is no evidence, correct?
Now, I'm going to tell you something. That's how men fall in love with their side chicks right there. When they hold it down like that, you take the stand and say that's not true. I don't know this man.
But I do want to say that if a woman is a side piece, right? Mm-hmm. And a man is cheating and has taken vows and
they
has
both
a wife.
wrong.
Yes, they're both wrong, but I feel like the man is wronger.
No.
Because
they're both wrong.
No. Because look, first of all, it's totally wrong,
right.
but you never
right.
They're
want
equally wrong.
They both
I would be more mad at my husband than the side chick.
Listen,
he's more wrong.
My homegirl
he has a responsibility to me.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely
true,
right.
but my homegirl Ashley from the We Talk Back podcast, she always says she beats side chicks up because she says that women should know better. Because you're a woman. Why would you want somebody doing that to your husband?
No, that is true too. But like you said, you made that commitment to your
husband
wife.
The husband is wronger to the wife. But as far as the infidelity is concerned, they both equally wrong.
No, they're both wrong. But I think the husband is wronger a word.
Wronger
I just
to the
made
wife.
that word up because it made sense.
The husband
here.
is wronger to the wife. But as far as just the infidelity, they both equally wrong.
And you know, some guys lie about being married and women.
That's different. That's
and
true.
People don't know, and the next thing you know, you decide chick and had no idea the person was married.
But if I tell you I'm married, guess what that makes you? An accomplice. And accomplices get time too.
Yeah,
okay.
But not as much, right?
I don't know. Probably.
All right.
No, not as much.
Now, The Rock, if he runs for president, he's being supported by 46% of U.S. adults, according to recent polls.
Y'all dumb. Y'all just
Just that I put that out there.
Y'all just stupid.
And you know, today's Friday, so new music is out today.
Who we got?
All right. Miguel, he returns with a new 4-song EP, Art Dealer Chic 4. So, you know, he put parts 1 through 3, volumes 1 through 3 online.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, for streaming services. So that's out today.
That's right.
Kid Ink has a new album called Alive. It's been a while since Kid Ink has put out new music.
I have not heard that name in a while. And Alive is probably the right name for him because I did not know he was still here.
Oh, stop it.
Musically.
Oh, sorry. I got to pay for my parking. Got to set that alarm. Also, Gwen Stefani featuring Saweetie, that Slow Clap remix is out.
Drop on the clues bomb for Saweetie, snapping on that record. Okay.
That'd be a good song about the STD.
Fought on Gwen Stefani, though.
Why?
Gwen Stefani part garbage.
You only heard 4 seconds
We
of the
mostly
song.
played Saweetie's part.
You know what she said was clap, 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 clap.
I didn't like the way she said clap. She could have been a little stronger with
And
it.
listen, and before we finish this, because there's a lot more new music that I wanted to talk about, but one thing that our producer Dan was very adamant about is he wanted us to know that Logic is out of retirement.
Biggest Logic fan I know.
Yes, Tired in Malibu. He posted a song.
Throw back like a flux capacitor, shape shift like an anamorph, you coming up short like a dwarf. And my shit never the same. My fire inevitable, yeah, this shit never the flame. Off the rap game, got you in the headlock, let's tap main. Super duper looper type flow, and I'm the gap main. Back in the day, Big Lambo gave me my rap name.
Logic just
He
retired
said retired for
yesterday.
a minute, but I guess I'm back, man.
He just retired yesterday. That's why nobody takes rappers serious when they say they're going to retire.
Well, there's a lot of people that do that.
And it's just silly. I'm here for Miguel, though. Miguel, I can't wait to hear Miguel. Miguel got a song on his album called Triangle Love.
Listen, make sure y'all listen to the Miguel Lip Service episode that's up now, too. Really fun. I was excited to have him on the show. That was one of my dream lip service guests, and it came true. All right, that is your rumor report.
All right, now shout to Revolt. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Maybe.
Everybody else, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Get your request in. And today, man, it's all about DMX. Let me know your favorite DMX joint. Let's get it on. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. I just want to say thank you to everybody again. The amount of support that we received for the car show that we're doing July 3rd has been amazing. I just want to say thank you, guys. When I first started to do this car show, the reason it means so much is when I first tried to do the car show, everybody else was like, it's a whack idea, it's horrible, nobody would come.
Who said that?
A lot of people, especially in this building. And the fact that we've been doing it for 3 years straight and we've been getting, 10,000 people in there and people have been having a great time and celebrities have been involved and everybody's been involved. I bring my family. You can bring your kids. I just want to say thank you, you guys. Atlanta, July 3rd is the next car show. Drive Your Dreams. Let me shout out to Lincoln Tech for always coming aboard and sponsoring. And all you other car dealerships and everything, come aboard. Come sponsor. Come bring your cars in. We have a great time. And it's just one of those shows, man. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for supporting, and I'll see you guys July 3rd.
Okay, and can I shout out to our boy, Donnell Rawlings. He actually has a drive-in show. Is that what they call the drive-in when you have the shows where you can actually go to the drive-in
comedy show?
Yes, he has a drive-in comedy show this weekend in the DMV area. So I'm trying to find it on his page, but I don't see it posted. But I am actually going to go check it out.
If Charlamagne and I drive down there, will you think he'd let us in?
Absolutely. He'll be happy to see you.
I don't want to see him.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know. I just don't want to see him. salute to Donnell, though. Donnell got to stop being so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I tell him that all the time, and I'm glad that
I thought you're supposed to feel your feels.
Yes, you should feel your feels, but you're a comedian. If you can dish a joke but can't take one, you really a sucker. And I'm glad that this week that has been the conversation because this is the universe trying to tell Donnell something. You're too old for that, bro. You got the guy on stage, Aloe Mean, came at you. You couldn't handle it. And when that woman, Gina, got on your page and Gina said to you, Gina said, you're too sensitive, Donnell. You can dish it, you can't take it. You've been coming at DJ Envy and Charlamagne for years. As soon as they say one little thing about you, you crying. That's God talking to you. That's God talking to you, Donnell. You better listen.
Singing Gina's always on his live.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, he has it on like every day.
She's hilarious.
She's probably going to be on there today.
So that's somebody that cares about you, Donnell. She was telling you the truth.
Yeah, and let's continue to pray for Ashy.
Pray for Ashy, man.
Hashtag pray for Ashy. We just want everybody to go in his comments and just put
hashtag pray for Ashy with some prayer hands. That's all.
And shout out to everybody in Atlanta. I'm gonna be in Atlanta this weekend. Saturday, I'm gonna be at BQE. That's my favorite brunch spot in Atlanta. The food is amazing. So join me at BQE. Shout out to Daryl, and then Saturday night, I'm going to be at Revel in Atlanta. Shout out to Tori, DJ Mono, Louis V, what it is. I'll see y'all guys on Saturday as we prepare for the car show.
What is Mono short for?
Mono, that's his name, Mono.
His name is just Mono?
His DJ name is DJ Mono. His
but
real
what's
name
his...
is Renan. Renan is his
But
real
why
name.
Mono?
I don't know.
Not like mono.
Mono's a disease. I don't think he wants to be called Mono.
Okay.
I don't know why.
But mono is the same. It's spelled the same way. That's what I'm saying. It could be pronounced mono. Maybe you're saying it wrong.
You're right. So shout out to DJ Mono. I'll be DJ with him tonight. I'll stay far away from him just in case. All right. Now, when we come back, positive notice the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do. First, I want to tell everybody to go pre-order Tamika Mallory's book, State of Emergency, okay? My man Andrew Schultz says I've been promoting this book for 6 years. That's not true. I've only been promoting it for 6 months, but it'll be out next month, May 11th. But you can pre-order it wherever you buy books now. Tamika Mallory's State of Emergency, How to Win in the Country We Built. And the positive note is simply this. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?